project for me. It's going to be a little tricky, but I'm sure it'll be no problem for a pro like yourself. So what I'm wanting to do here is I'm wanting to let me just see your new email. I'm wanting to populate this column here, new email, with the email address of these particular contacts. And I've already kind of split up the contacts: first name, first initial, last name, last initial. And then over here, if the domain's available, I've kind of put that there. So, and even if this has it, if this has an email address in there, it kind of tells us what the domain is and the email format. So, if you came up and you take a look at it, you say, okay, this one I have nothing in the new email, and I know it's here. Jane Doe, so first name, last name, and then at the domain, which I have the domain over there, and I have a total of 2 records that I have to fill out. Then I'm going to do my formula, which is the equal to, and then in this case, it's the first name, and then the and sign, and then the last name, then the and sign, and then quotation at quotation and. So we're connecting it all with and signs. And then I'll put this over here and I'll click it and I'll hit enter. And then I can drag it down, but because I only have the one value there, I have to click back on it. And the last value that I clicked on, which happens to be this T1 over here, T6, I need to put in the $ in front of the T and the $ in front of the 6. And then I hit enter. And then that allows me to come over here and pull that down. And there I have it on that side of it. So that's great. Now I come over to the next company here, Ontario Resources, and you can see that I don't have any of those, and I want to fill out, I think, 4 or 5 of them there. What I'm going to do is I'll copy that and I'll go to my Salesforce and then enter that in there, and I'll take a look, see if the if the record's there. Great. So there's the account record. I'll come in there and I'll take a look at it, and then I'll go to the Canadian Well License Detail, and then I'll just take a quick look and then see here applicant contact email. It's completely blank, so I'll go back and then I'll scroll down a little bit, and then I'll go to the Google search. Click on that. It will say, hey, do you want to open up a new window, or maybe not? It just might open up. And then I'm going to type in email format. So I'll just go email format and then hit enter. And then it usually should come up. If you can't find it, just skip it and move on to the next one. But this one's telling me it's a J Doe. So first initial, last name. I'm going to copy it. One thing I would like to do is if you go back to the original tab where we did the search from, so the Ontario Resources, we're going to come over here and we're going to go to the email pattern. We might as well throw it in there since we picked it up. And then I'll come back over here, and then I have to, I'll put it in here. So like this, I'll paste it in there so that, and then I'll come over here and I'll grab that Ontario Resources, copy it, and then come over here and just drop it right there as well. So I have it. Now I'll come back to my new email column, and I know it's first initial, last name, so I'll go equal, and then my first initial is next to my first name, and I'll go and my last name, whoops, and then I'll go and then quotation at quotation and I lost my and, there it is, and then I'll come over here and I will click that and hit enter. And then again, when I come over here, I know that I need to lock that value there. So I'll go to T8 and I'll go dollar and then dollar, hit enter. And then I'll just scroll over here so I can see how many I have to go down. And then I'll bring her down and I'll scroll down to, I think it's 12. And then there we go. I've got all of them on that side of it. So there we go. I populated that. And then on this one here, we know we have to do the same thing. So I'll copy it, and then I'll go into Salesforce, take a look, Control V, and then Accent Resources. If the company doesn't come up, then that's fine as well. Then just skip it. On that. And then or Accent Consulting, Accent Energy could be the company. Let me just click on it here. Accent Energy. What you do if that happens, you can come over here to a new tab. Like I just shortened it up and I did a search and Accent Energy came up. I could just in Google put in Accent Resources and then it comes up Accent Resources, but I don't have that. I have Accent Energy. So in this particular case, then we'll just say, okay, we're just going to skip it because I don't have Accent Resources in there. What you can do is where it says Accent Resources in the over here, just so we know, though you'll be leaving these blank, the new email blank, and then over here where it says NA, you can just say no company, and then that way I'll just know that there's no company there. And then you just kind of go through the list. If you have any questions, just let me know. And it's there's quite a few records there, so it's going to take a little bit to kind of work through the whole process. Again, if you have any questions, just let me know. Talk to you later.